What's up YouTube? Phoenix Deity back again with yet another Black Clover Phantom Knights YouTube video. And today we will be doing our Null type unit showcase. So this was requested by someone. I will thank you to whoever requested it. Sorry I didn't, get your name down, but in the future I will. But we're going to be talking about the Null type tier list today, before any more new units join. So we're gonna get started. And in advance, if you guys want to see whichever one you guys want to see next, so defender, healer, enhancer, or jammer, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will make it for one of tomorrow's videos. So starting from we'll start from the bottom this time. We'll alternate. So we have Riot. Well, there's no tier 5. These two are bad, but they could be worse. So we're gonna start there, and we're gonna start off with Riot. So, what? Oh, need to refresh. Okay. So why is he so bad? So he came out, I believe, before the anniversary, the first anniversary. Yeah, he came out before the first anniversary, and these are his stats. So. And those are his 6-star stats. So for a free-to-play unit right before anniversary, you really would expect him to be a lot better, but he isn't. So that's one of the main reasons why he is this low on the tier list. It's sad because I really like Raya as a character, but those stats aren't good. But aside of that, a very basic arcane arts. One decent skill 2. Once again, he can do a little bit of everything, so he can heal an ally. That is good. And then he can move an enemy and lower their speed. So he really isn't that amazing. He doesn't do that much, in all honesty. There are chances. Well, there are times/chances where, this could be actually good in PvP, but again, these are his stats. He's one of the most average free-to-play units there are in the game, /defense quest units. Okay. But yeah, he really should have been better, especially since he was right before anniversary, and we were hoping for maybe an insane unit, but his stats just kill him. They're just average. They're really just average. So that's pretty much why he's so low on this tier list. They're all one of the worst. Next up we have Rill. He has a really good accessory, but outside of that, again, it's just the curse of free-to-play units is that they just have bad stat lines. But for a short time, high chance to make enemies immobile, so that's stun, plus reduce their secret move meter. This is good. Once again, if they don't have any secret move meter, this does nothing at all. And a lot of enemies can resist stun, so it's kind of like, why would you use him? You don't really care about that. He can increase the attack of allies in range, plus maximize critical damage. That's good for the awkward. Well, it's not. I think that's best for Black Bulls V1 and the star formation, because those both have 3 units in a row. But outside of that, the range for this is just weird. Yeah, it's just really weird. This also works with Golden Dawn V2. Yeah, because they have 3 units on the front line. But even then, it's I wish that was better. Skill 2 is attack the enemy, basic, and then like Raya, he heals. So there's kind of barely any difference between him and Raya. Both aren't really that spectacular, so it is a bit sad. They are free-to-play units. Maybe one day they'll get buffed, or they might create a EX stage where you can farm materials and make them a 7-star, and they become incredibly more viable. It'd be pretty cool to see that. But yeah, that's it for tier 4, I believe. Yeah, so moving up to tier 3, we just have GN/DND. Did I? I didn't even open his thing. That's on me. So he was one of the first 2 Null units that came out into the game as a 6-star. Him with original Julius. It just reminded me. I don't think I opened a page for original Julius. No, it's there. Okay. But he is a solid unit, but Julius was just better. So, Saint Shield is decent. Arcane Arts lowers their special move gauge. The problem with that, if they don't have any, does nothing. It just does damage. This is actually pretty good. Greatly increases attack and absorb abnormal conditions. So, if you guys are looking for a substitute leader for Dorothy, if you don't have crit / don't want to use crit, or if you're a crazy person trying to test if there's a way to beat Dorothy without crit, then that would be a pretty good lead. Skill 1 is recovery for allies in range. It's just awkwardly placed. So, best I'm trying to think. Best formation, because I don't remember all the formations off the top of my head, but I remember kind of the important ones, so to speak. But I think the best one would be Black Bulls, but you don't end up healing the unit on the front line. And the unit to the right of Dende to Gian. Yeah, it's just a really awkward place heal. Skill 2, attack the enemy's lower wisdom for a while. That's a good skill, but I know that's kind of useless to enemies if you're not playing PvP. And powerful attack and medium chance to give stop. That's good. He has 1 good skill of 4, so yeah, I just wish he was better. This pretty much kills units a lot sometimes. Like, if they can do more than one thing while doing this, then it's fine, but it's especially as a single target skill, it's not that good. Now we move up to tier 2. These are from this point, from tier 2, it's kind of like you can use them, but they're not spectacular. So, Awakened Veto, another free-to-play unit. I really hope we get the defense quest Gaja. I'm really hoping for, maybe anniversary. Maybe not. Maybe after half anniversary. But his stats are nice. He has the famous curse of low defense. The ranges aren't there. Refresh. Okay, so attack the enemies in range. That is a very good range. You're never going to use his AOM. Recover own health. That is nice. Lower enemy defense. That is. I wish that was better. Then multi-hit attack with random power. So he has 2 good skills on the default that this has good range and this has good range. It's nice that he can heal himself, but once again, the curse of low defense. So he's going to die pretty... Well, he doesn't die pretty fast, but... Again, you won't see him because now you guys are... Now Global's getting 7 stars, JP's getting more 7 stars, so... His usefulness is declining. I wouldn't really... So you guys shouldn't be surprised if within, like, 2 months or so, tier 2 is just like tier 4. Don't be surprised. Like, these units kind of have no use right now. Maybe in a defense quest, but even then, you guys have we can use because he's really good. But yeah, he's just not that great. It's sad. Now we have Julius, 1 formation Julius. So, for me before all the 7 stars, I would consider his stats all average, but now they're a bit below average. Oh, yeah, they're a bit below average. I don't know why I have to refresh all the pages, but
Attack the enemies within range with a high chance of recovering, well, delaying recovery techniques. And attack techniques, pretty sure. Pretty good range, attacks everyone. There were a lot of people who really like Julius at launch, but as time goes on, he becomes less viable. So, increased blue drop, simple AOM leader skill. Attack the enemy, it's a chance to stop. So, chance to stop is always good. It's one of the reasons why Zora is so good, as well as, you know, him just being Zora. There's other stuff too that makes him phenomenal. For a while, increased action, that's a great skill. Mirror effect to one ally. Yeah, but so, you know, three really good skills. Then just an attack to one enemy. He doesn't buff himself. He doesn't buff anyone else outside of the give action to an ally, but that can be passed upon. So overall, he is a fantastic character, but just, again, as time goes on, these units will get worse. I also wouldn't be surprised if he got a 7-star buff, just anytime soon, potentially next month. No, probably not next month. Maybe June, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if June we see him with a 7-star buff. I really think he could use one. Get his HP up to 5,000, attack to, I'd say 10,000 attack, then make these three all just 350. 350 or 400. Then he'd be a lot more viable. Then he can climb back up the tier list, but that's not the case now. So now we are on to tier 1. We have the, you know, former best unit slash best 2 units in the game, Black Hasta slash Marileona, but Black Hasta's here. Then we have Null. So, starting with Null, I have to do this for every page, huh? He is one of the most recent Null units in the game. Well, most recent Null 6-star units in the game. Let's see, he dropped a Valkyrie dress. I really don't know what Global's doing because you guys have Phantom Fest this week / Tower of Dreams, so he might come next week, which would be a very awkward timing for whatever reason. Yeah. But Eagle V2 formation, decent. Could be better HP, good attack. Good defense, good speed, good int. So his stats are very good. The only low thing is the HP. If he had like 3,200, then that'd be kind of perfect. Not really perfect, but really good. But he had his his AA is for a long time. Chance to steal skills, steal enemy secret and skills. So I really expect Sekirei to be like this, but maybe a better range. Maybe single target, maybe, yeah. Ooh. Like, looking at him, it kind of makes me realize Sekirei probably won't have this. Won't have good range. Like, she'll be a 7-star jammer, hopefully, but I can only really see all of Sekirei's skill being single target, which isn't really that good if, you know, PvP-wise, you're fighting a team full of 7-stars, and tower-wise, you're fighting, like, 10 unit, not 10, but, like, you get the point, like, 3 or 4 really good units that you need, like, all of them to die. So, this skill's very good. Again, I expect kind of Sekirei to have this type of skill, but less range, sadly. Invincibility, you could think of it as Spirit of Zephyr's invincibility. Not really that good, not really that bad. He gives himself armor, not that bad. Multi-stage attack, and a multi-stage attack of random power to all enemies. So, AoE skill, which is really nice. It carries over from his attack form. Powerful skill, multi-hit. I should change that to multi-hit. That's good. Then gives himself armor, which armor is kind of a hit or miss ability depending on the character. Since we still kind of don't know how armor works, we just know it absorbs hits. We don't know if it's based off of HP divided by defense, or, you know, half of this, or half HP plus half defense. We don't really know how armor works, so, or like half of this, half of that times this by, you know, 1 by itself or something. So we don't know. Maybe one day we'll get more insight, or they'll create a new armor skill like I said in the last video. But yeah. Now, Black Hasta. Oh, okay. So I'm going to skip Black Hasta because we will talk about his 7-star version. Well, actually, no. We can talk about him. So, solid HP, good attack. Defense could be better. Good speed, and he doesn't need intelligence. So, previously one of the best 2 units in the game. Now he kind of fell off. Just because units just became better. So, a powerful attack and Seal Secret. Very good. He lowers participants' attack and buffs his own. I should change that. It shouldn't be there. It should be his. Don't worry about it. A good range for his first skill. It can remove buffs. The first character that can remove buffs. So that was pretty good. So that was actually like very good for his time. This was, I think, before we had PvP too. I could be wrong. But it could be, I think, 2 or 3 months before PvP. So that was great. For a while, getting invincibility and recover all debuffs. That's good. Debuff-wise, the best thing it can remove is slip. Outside of that, you can't really get away from sleep or stun. So that part kind of could use some work. But last skill is a random power attack to all enemies within range. So again, really good skill, good stats. You can still use him, but he'd need to be 7-star, which we'll get to in about 2 units. Yeah, I think that's it. Now we move up to tier 0. This guy, he, in all honesty, he's borderline. He's really borderline at this point. He's not exactly tier 0, and he's not exactly Arc. He's like, if I can make a tier between these two, between Arcane and tier 0, he'd be there. But we're going to talk about Black Hasta and Yami first. So, one of the anniversary units. Good HP, good attack, good defense, good speed, and good int. So stats are really nice. He could potentially also get a 7-star buff, since the half anniversary units did get theirs, and Salamander Fuegoleon did get his too. So even though 7 stars are kind of random, they do have the potential of getting one, and that would make them pretty good. So, attack the enemies in range and medium chance to buff ban for a while. Really good skill. Their tag attack gives them a multi-hit attack and a self-immunity for, well, kind of dodge. So it gives themselves dodge for 1 attack other than a secret art. So that's decent. It's helpful for enemies with an AoE skill, so you can just dodge that 1 attack. Recovers abnormal conditions. That is very good for Dorothy's defense quest. So if they don't fall asleep, you can heal them from their sleep. Well, yeah, you can heal them from their sleep with the AOM. You also have an attack to 1 enemy and transfer buff. So they were the first unit to give themselves that can't transfer buffs, and they transfer literally everything. From crit to speed to blue crystal to red crystal to, I believe, invincibility as well. So they were just crazy. Like PvP, PvE, they seemed insane. Like when they first came out. Like buff ban plus this didn't seem fair in the slightest. Now we have medium recovery and recover abnormal stats. Very good skill. Again, a lot of null units end up healing. But really good skill. Once again, Dorothy's defense quest. If you're trying to figure out a way to use it without crit to challenge yourself, again, very good unit to use, very good skill. Then the last attack is just an attack with fixed damage, so nothing particularly crazy, but that fixed damage does help for Tower of Dreams, where you get units that where your units do 12 damage, but the opponent units does like 15k. So that fixed damage can actually come in handy once or twice. Now, the borderline kind of outlier in this sense, White Day Finro. So, we'll talk about his post-buff version, which I really should have moved him from... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I want him. So, Post buff, good attack, good HP, low attack, meh defense, decent speed, very good intelligence. So his post buff, a lot of his skills stayed the same. So this was already one of the best skills in the game, support wise. This his skill, his AOM, not AOM, his AA, one of the best skills in the game. His skill 1, best skills, one of the best skills in the game. I don't know if this increased at all because it might have been based off intelligence. So as far as I know, this is kind of just a 10%. So could be worse. High chance to move enemy and greatly lower their defense and speed, so that's really good as well. He's still one of the best support units in the game. He's still number 1. I don't think Dorothy can surpass that unless they give Dorothy these 2 skills as like skill 2 and 3, then it would be insane. But I really don't see that. But yeah, he's still one of the best units in the game. I really don't know if I want him in Arcane tier because he is literally the best support. But it kind of doesn't feel right to compare him to 7-star units. Because 7-star units are honestly insane. But, you know, the free crit rate and speed buff, lower defense and speed for enemies, he can move enemies, fill gauge. You're only really going to use him for these 2 skills, though. And that kind of takes away from him, but those are pretty much the 2 best skills in the game. Yeah, so I don't know, but again, like these 2 skills just carry him, in all honesty. And with 500 int, so yeah, these 2 skills carry him. That's why he's this high placed. Before the buff, before the buff, all of these stats are kind of just sad. So that's going to be it for post-buff White Day Funeral. Now we move to the 2 best Null units in the game. Black Hasta at 7-star. So, he was at 800. Okay, so that's his solid HP, good attack, almost 500. Well, that's not really almost, but good defense, very good speed, doesn't need intelligence. So, why did that shift? Powerful attack to one enemy, seal for a short time. Nice. Oh. Your intended attack. So, as I said before, skills were essentially the same. He got more damage, recovers all debuffs and abnormal stats. So if his attack is lowered, he can cleanse that now. So his skill 2 got a lot better. Skill 3 kind of the same, hits all enemies. So the only really kind of buff they gave him was this and then getting more damage. But regardless of that, his stats, he was already good before, he's still good now. Again, I might 7-star him in the future, but as for now, I'm just waiting for this special day for 1.5. And that talk about Black Ops' 7-star was pretty quick, so we're going to end things off on Devil. So, for the people that say, oh, he's only good in PvP, he's good in PvP as well. Global, wait until you guys get tower with 59 floors. I forgot what iteration of tower that was. That might have been like because I personally count towers by seasons, but they have different variations at this point. So it should be Tower V4, I believe. I forgot how many floors the first tower originally had, but they did add floors afterwards. Because on JP, we currently have 49 floors for tower. Global, I believe you guys had 46? Maybe? I really don't remember. I might look it up afterwards, but yeah. So, Transcendent attack to all enemies. Small chance to apply buff ban, really good. Then remove all buffs from allies and self. I don't know why I didn't add and self. But really good AoE skill, really strong. He has a very high HP, very high defense. But yeah, this is a very good skill. I know it does make some things difficult because he just wipes buffs away, but I wish it just wiped everything away, like debuffs too. Then that'd be a lot more viable. Now a multi-hit attack. Enemies in range, very good skill. Great range, solid range. Move an enemy and lock formation. Well, lock formation swap. So this is one of the better skills he has. So formation lock. This will be very good for Tower of Dreams when you guys get the 49th floor / the Tower of Dreams that JP has now. Mainly because enemies start out in a defensive formation, then when they formation swap, it will either be another defensive formation or a offensive formation. So you being able to stop yourself from taking damage / stopping them from becoming more tanky is makes all the more difference in Tower of Dreams. Because that saves your unit's HP, that saves your time, and it's just better for everyone. So this is one of the better skills. PvP wise, everyone knows how great this is. Move Spirit of Diavuna to the front, kill him. Move Tagmare Leona to the front, kill her. Just a really good skill regardless. Like in Tower of Dreams as well, if the enemy's using a healer in the back row, move the healer to the front, knock out the healer. Don't have to worry about the enemy healing as well. So a lot of people just say, once again, oh, Devil, only good for PvP. No, PvE as well. Just wait for it. Just wait. Then last, a all-powerful attack that seals enemy AOM. So this is only really relevant, this last part, only really relevant in Tower and, yeah, only in, not Tower. Whatchamacallit? PvP. But even without that, it's still an AoE attack, which gives him 2 AoE attacks. Well, 2 full field AoE attacks, then a third one. It just does what it does. So regardless of what you see of, I don't understand why he's an arcane. He's not that good. He should be like tier 1, tier 0. It's because he's going to be good in Tower as well. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for subscribing. Maintenance in like 2 hours. I don't know when this video is going to be updated fully. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that juicy good YouTube stuff. And check out the description below for more content creators. And thank you.